Good morning and welcome back to my channel. It is currently 6:30 a.m. and I'm on my way to Chamundi Hills. Let's get going. Chamundi Devi or Durga Devi is a fierce form of Shakti. The word Durga means fort, like a boundary or a compound within which we feel safe and within which we can operate freely. Usually outside of the compound is seen as an enemy and inside of the compound there is comfort and safety. So Durga represents protection, that force that eliminates enmity. Durga Devi is usually depicted as a fierce warrior killing demons or rakshasas. But in Hinduism, eliminating an enemy does not literally mean killing them, rather killing the feeling of enmity, which is called Shatru Bhava. So reducing or killing the Shatru Bhava is eliminating the enemy. There are known to be 6 enemies of the mind called Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya, Lobha and Maya. In English, this translates to desire, anger, ego, jealousy, greed and attachment. For example, let's take Kama, which is desire. It's not that having a desire is bad. But when we have a desire to be better than somebody else and when our actions are to one-up somebody, then that desire can turn into our enemy. But if we have a desire for self-evolution, then that same desire can turn into our friend. So coming back to the definition of Durga, meaning fort, usually within that fort there is a feeling of friendship and comfort. Anything outside the fort is seen as an enemy. As we reduce the feeling of enmity, the boundaries of our own fort keeps expanding and the feeling of enmity keeps reducing within us. This is Durga Tattva. It is the Tattva, it is the energy that we develop when we do Durga Pujas or when we chant Durga mantras. Chamundi Devi is one of the many forms of Shaktis. In Hinduism, we worship a lot of female deities, and in fact in some regions, the female deities are worshipped with a lot more prominence than the male deities. Interestingly, when we refer to our devatas as couples, we always say the female deities' names first and then the male deities. We don't say Narayan Lakshmi, right? We say Lakshmi Narayan, Uma Maheshwar, Sita Ram, Radha Krishna and so on. This is to show that there is no male existence without the female. But when it came to my immediate world, I saw so many contradictions. On one hand, I know that Hinduism held women in the highest regard. But on the other hand, women in our society were dealing with issues like dowry, female infanticide, violence, abuse, lack of education and just a general concern for safety. And some of these issues were not just limited to India. Women all over the world were fighting for their rights, making this a global problem. And I too felt very passionately about this cause. And so to solve the problem, Of course, there were laws and policies necessary to create that change, but at the heart of it, I felt that education was very important, and making people aware of the rights for women was very important. I wanted to be part of that movement in which I could educate people and tell them that women had to be respected just like a man and also valued just like a man. And so while trying to do that and while trying to have these conversations with people, I realized that a lot of their personal experiences made them feel very differently about this issue. So on one hand, I saw the need to address women issues, but on the other hand, I began to wonder if there was a way to solve these very real problems, but with a more inclusive solution. Hinduism is founded on a principle that every Atma is unique. It states that all of existence, all living and non-living beings in this existence is a divine expression. In all of existence, aren't women a part of it? Yes. Aren't men a part of it? Yes. So, while trying to address this real problem in the society, instead of educating people that women have to be respected and women have to be valued, I could educate people and tell them that every Atma is unique, that all of existence is divine. I don't have to bifurcate further and tell them that you should learn to treat women with respect or you should learn to treat man with respect. I don't have to bifurcate like that. It is all encompassing. In my next story series, I will go a little bit more in depth about this uniqueness model of Hinduism and what I mean when I say that every Atma is unique. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoyed the ride and this little narration along with it. If you enjoyed today's video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for riding with me and for listening to me, and I'll see you on my next ride. Bye.